to All About. Today, we're not talking about a specific color. We're going to talk about the template. This template. This is the one where you get 9 butterflies and you get to add the name of the marker that you're using, the main marker that you're using, what you underpaint it with, the blend, of course, and the pencil that matches the Copic number at that moment. The main Copic number, that's what I mean. And then on the second one, we're gonna do the bonus combination. This is the family combination, bonus combination, and this is your homework. This is where you get to choose whatever you want. Try to follow if they blend. Well, usually all colors are gonna blend, but if they blend to where you like it, do you like it to look stripy? Then just use whatever you want. If you want it to be very smooth, then you need to try different markers so you decide, so you can see, is it covering the underpainting? And then, is this a tone that I like? Is it green enough? Is it blue enough? What is it that you're trying to imitate? I am also going to show you in this video, the same video, how I underpaint. Well, you know how I underpaint, but how I overpaint to push and pull. When I push, that means that I want something to look behind something else. And when I pull, it's because I want it to look on top or in front of something else. So I will show you how I do that with pencils on top of Copic. I'm Elena with VioletaInk.com, and we sell Copic refills, markers, the nibs, and the pencils, the Prismacolor pencils. Thank you. And we're gonna start with, not with BO5, because I have been planning this video for a while, and once I printed it and I had everything ready, I started coloring, but I was not recording. So what you see right now is BO5, the family combination, and in the middle row you're gonna see the bonus combination. Remember, the one on the right is gonna be empty because that's where you are gonna create your blend. So what I do is I choose what color am I gonna use. This time I'm using BG45. This is the blend is gonna be BG45, BG34, and BG32. There are no lower BG40 somethings. So this is it. Underpainting is with YR82. And the pencil, the Prismacolor pencil that I found is 905 Aquamarine. The bonus combination for BG45 is going to be BG45. And then we're going to go super light, BG72 and BG70. I want to give you something different. We don't want it to look all the same. You're still underpainting with YR82. The pencil is the same. It's going to be Aquamarine PC905. Now we're going to start with BG4. No, that's not true. Not BG45. We're underpainting right away, right? So I decided to show you how I color. Now you're going to see how I move the paper a lot. This is what I would like for you to do. Move your paper so you can always color the way is the most comfortable for you. That way, your flakes are going to be the best all the time. So I underpainted that part because it's under the 2 wings on the top. Now I wanted this part of the wing to look as if it was turning away, as if it was folding. This is what I do with flowers. But of course, a butterfly, his little wing is going to be folding and flapping and all that, so it will look really nice. And I think that's all the underpainting that I'm doing. I believe so, yes. Now we're going to start with BG45. And yes, when you start, it's gonna look more bluish than it looks at the end, but you'll see. So I am building a fence, and I'm gonna be flicking away from this fence. The idea with the fence is that we blend the flicks, and it's straight, because I can start in one place many times and make it look straight. It just doesn't. This is BG34. It's gonna start giving it a green, soft, very classy green. I like this green. And this is BG32, very similar. These two are very similar. So they're gonna blend perfectly. Now we're going to underpaint the one. Well, we're not gonna underpaint, we're gonna do the bottom, the oh my god, I've been sick and I just can't think very well. We're gonna do the wing that is on the bottom. So we started with BG45, flicking away from the edge, and remember always to cover the underpainting. Whatever you use, in this time is gonna be YR82, make sure you cover it. Now we're finishing with BG32. I am kind of building a fence and then a little bit like a tiny fence, and then I go back. You can do either way, whichever you prefer. Now we're gonna do the same exact thing. I'm building a fence with BG45. Now I'm gonna be flicking away from the fence and covering all of YR82. This is BG34. And I am very close to the nib here. I shouldn't, because it's making my flicks a little bit, to me, they look nervous. Why? Because I was nervous coloring something other than what I'm usually coloring for you. But I'll relax in a moment. Anyway, so now we're coloring the wing that needs to be underpainted. It was underpainted with the YR82. We go on top of it with BG45. And then BG34. And we're gonna end it with BG32. I'm doing the same thing. I'm building a tiny fence, flick away, tiny fence, flick away. So this butterfly is ready, right? Should be ready. But I want it to look deeper. And I didn't do the pencil first because it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and start with, yeah. Anyway, so we are going to BG45. We're doing the bonus combination, underpainting the exact same way that we underpainted before, under wherever we think that there will be shade or shadow from the wing on the top. This one again is just so it has a little bit of a turn, like it's folding away from us. And I only did it on the top, I guess, to give it a little bit of a difference. Now we're gonna start with BG45. I'm building a fence. And we're flicking away from this fence. Now I'm building another fence and flicking away from it. Now this is BG72. It looks to me as a more serious blue-green, like a deep sea, even though it's a 2, but I don't know, that's how I think it looks. Then on top of it, we're gonna go with BG70. As you see, I go very slow. Why? Because the difference between BG70 and BG72 is so much. that I want to add as much ink as possible so I can get the best blend. This is still going to look strike with strikes. Is it strikes? No. I'll think of the word. Um, it's not gonna look as blended, as smooth as the natural family combination. This is gonna look with lines. A lot of the people that color, how do you call it? Fantasy coloring. Fantasy coloring, like a fairy tale, things like that. They use a lot of stripes, and if that's how you like it, perfect. That's why I wanted something different with this one. Now we're gonna flick away from the edge. This is BG45. This one is BG72. We're flicking away and making sure we cover all of BG45. And we're gonna end it with BG70. Again, I'm going slower and I'm making sure that it covers all the way. The whole piece that we color, it needs to be covered with BG70. Now we're flicking away again with BG45. We need to cover all of YR82. This is BG72. Yes, now I'm more relaxed, you see. Now that I'm gonna finish, now I can see my flicks are getting more relaxed. Okay, next time I will flick away a few times, like many times before. Because I am going to be coloring more different shapes, butterflies, things like that. So you can see how I color something from beginning to end. And now we'll go with the pencil. This is Prismacolor Indigo Blue. I use this one all the time. Now, very softly, very softly, you're gonna go with this pencil and going to lamb's wool. Exactly what you think that you will see the deepest of the shadow. The deepest of the shadow, that's where you're gonna go with this one. And then you're gonna go on the other side. Now, what I do recommend that you do is take a picture of your butterfly only with the marker. That's it, just marker. And then do this. Put the pencil on top of it. Once you're finished with it, take another picture. Then you will see the difference. It makes a difference. Every single thing I color and that I'm gonna publish, it is underpainted and overpainted. This is called, or this is how Amy Scholke calls it, pushing. I am trying to go very light on as I get away from the part that I want the deepest to be, which is right in the corner, right next to the body of the butterfly, where the two wings touch. That's what I want it to be the deepest. Now, I'm doing the same thing with the other butterfly. Again, I am really close to the point, to the lead of the pencil. Don't do that. Grab your pencil all the way. Well, I guess I'm doing it now. Oh, no, I need it more to sharpen it. By the way, that is the best pencil sharpener ever. First, I would just buy them. I think I used to buy them by the 5. I used to buy 5 at a time. Anyway, because my pencils have to be super duper sharp all the time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sharpen again, but if it's not sharpened, if it's not a point, a tiny bitty point, then I don't want it. I want it to be super duper sharp. Why? Because I want my lamp spooling to be super small, super soft. Now do the same thing. Take a picture, only Copic, and then with the pencil. Now, here I want to show you how you can do other little details. This is, remember we talked about how this, I underpainted here because I wanted it to look a little bit like it's folding away, like it's turning. That's what this is going to do. It's gonna make it look, yeah, you see? Now I'm using dark purple. This is what Amy Scholke calls pseudo black when you mix these two. As you can see now, it's gonna look deeper over here. Again, take another picture once you're done with the dark purple. I can assure you, you're gonna be like, whoa. Now, another one of the secrets, which is not a secret, everybody knows this. If you see the lines of my butterflies, I didn't print them in black. And that's how I'm giving you this template. Don't forget to download it. It's gonna be in the description box. Why? Because I want either the pencil or the marker to cover it so it looks more realistic. Now, as you see, I am using 905 Aquamarine. I'm putting it on top of the dark purple. Why? Because the pencil that is on top of your coloring is the one that your eyes are gonna see. And I don't want this guy to have purple. I want it to be aquamarine, and that is why. So this is all about the template. If you have any questions, please put them in the description box. Or you can always send me a message, post it on Facebook. We have a group. The group is posted here in the description box too. And I would love to see your combinations. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.